Hello everyone, and welcome back to more Let's Play Pokemon Crystal! In the last episode, we defeated Chuck of the Cyanwood Gym, got the 8 gym for Fly, even though we weren't able to use it. Don't worry, by the way, if you're like me and didn't bring a Pokemon that can actually fly, or haven't even caught one yet, it's not that big of a deal, because looking at my timer, walking or surfing across the sea and walking back up the lighthouse, that took me literally 2 minutes to do all that with the rappel out. So, yeah, but we made it back up here to the top of the lighthouse, and now that we have the secret medicine, which we also got in the last episode, we can give it to Jasmine here. No, I'm not so sure. It came from a pretty shady place. Now, oh, that's so sad. Yeah, she tells him to hang on, but no, yeah, this'll do it. And we'll give her the secret potion. Oh, that's fine. Go right ahead. And with that... Whoa! Yeah, Ampharos saw better and brightens up the screen. Kinda actually hurt my eyes for a second there, but... And yes, with that, Jasmine will actually now return to the Olivine City Gym. So you could actually go challenge her if you want to. I, however, would highly, highly recommend against doing that if your levels look anything like mine at this point in the game. I won't spoil too much about what kind of Pokemon Jasmine uses, but I'll tell you right now that her strongest Pokemon is actually at level 35. And as you can see, my team is at an average of 30. Barbara's actually still at 29 here. So I'll put her in the lead, but yeah, if I were to try to take on Jasmine right now, well, I might be able to win. That's a pretty big might, though, and it would be a really, really hard battle. So I'm actually going to go ahead and skip the Olivine City Gym for now. I guess I could be using my bike here. What I plan on doing next is going east of Ecruteak City. Remember that town... Mahogany Town we came across once we crossed through Mount Mortar. Well, I'm actually going to go ahead and do the sequence there. Before I take on Jasmine in the Olivine City Gym. You know what? Nah, I can do that later. I was going to say I should catch a Pokemon that can learn Fly, but, well, I can always do that at a later time. So, yeah, like I said, I'm just going to go ahead and come across here in order to start stuff in Mahogany Town here. Now, I'm pretty sure you could actually do this whole sequence before now. I think you could even do it before the Ecruteak Gym here. Yeah, remember how I came here and fought all these trainers? Yeah, for the longest time, I thought you couldn't even get over here without Surf, so... I don't know if you could go up to the Lake of Rage and do all that stuff before even beating Morty in the Ecruteak Gym, but I think you can. Yeah, this guy here was talking about going up to the Lake of Rage when I first came here, so... I say screw all that, though. Let's just try going west of here, or east of here. I'll go ahead and buy one, sure. But yeah, even if you buy one, you're still blocked by a visible plot wall. 2 of them in the same town. Holy cow. No, I'm good. Now, I actually don't remember what the Rage Candy Bar does off the top of my head. Let me take a look here. Yeah, it's a potion. It's a more expensive potion at that. So yeah, I definitely don't want to buy those, but, yeah, they definitely seem to be selling these Rage Candy Bars quite a lot here. This shop certainly has ominous music. Whoa, experiment? What's he talking about? Talking about Magikarp and Gyarados, too. Yeah, there is a shop here. Oh, I guess they are as much as potions, but... Yeah, I don't seem to sell a whole lot here, and this music is really creeping me out. So I'm just gonna go ahead and leave. I wonder what that shop's all about. Maybe we'll see more about that later. But for now, like the guy who's walking the gym suggested, I'm gonna go ahead and head on north to the Lake of Rage here. Oh, well. Wait. What did he say? Yeah, the Lake of Rage is literally all that's north of here. I would imagine those are the only people who are passing through, but... Ah, well. In any case here, I do have Barbara in the lead, right? Yes. Yeah, we got a lot of trainers on this route, and a lot of experience to gain as a result. Okay, so here we got a camper sending out a sand trio. Now their levels, yeah, you might notice their levels are like really low given how high your levels are. That's because, and you know what, now that I'm remembering everything here, you can actually come here before the Ecruteak City Gym, which is why everyone's Pokemon have such low levels here. They kind of had to balance this part of the game, knowing that you might wander through Mount Mortar and might make your way up here before even challenging Morty. So as a result, they set all the Pokemon for the trainers up here at really, really low levels. That said, though, you can, I mean, as I've demonstrated, and I haven't done any grinding, by the way. I should have mentioned that earlier, but at no point in between any of these videos, you can probably tell, but at no point in between any of these videos have I done any off-screen grinding. I'll always mention it when I do that. So, really, you can handle everything the game has to throw at you at this point. Just fine. So, I mean, really, these Pokemon could have stood to be like at least a little bit higher level, but at least this will be a cakewalk for us. Yeah, you can see we had literally no trouble with that battle at all. Huh, now that I think about it, I wonder if I should have just come here when I was up here earlier. Well, no, I didn't want to do this sequence too out of order. Okay, so let me go ahead and check this sign real quick. Okay, it's not... Yeah. Okay, they're just talking about type advantage and disadvantages. Now, this house right here, I'll just tell you right now, if you go through this house, there's 2 Team Rocket members in there. And if you go in there, they'll take some amount of money from you. I think it's either 500 or 1,000 Poké Dollars or something like that. They'll just take it from you. You won't even get a chance to battle them, and you won't have any chance to get it back. It's not that big of a deal given how much money I have, but just so you know, I wouldn't recommend going in there at this point in the game. Later, it'll be safe to pass through there, but right now, I would just go ahead and avoid it. So as far as wild Pokemon in this area go, as you can see, you can catch Venonat here. As far as new Pokemon, I know Giraffering. This is the only area in the game that you can catch them. Giraffering is a Psychic and Normal type Pokemon, which is actually a pretty good type combination in that you will be immune to Ghost type moves, which are normally super effective against Psychic. That said, Giraffering doesn't really have any outstanding stats, like, whatsoever, so I can't really recommend it. But if you're looking for a unique Psychic-type Pokemon, you could always try Giraffering. That King's Rock is definitely coming in clutch lately. You see we got multiple flinches off of that. Almost enough to make me want to keep it on Barbara instead of replacing it with a Sharp Beak eventually, but yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I have a couple of rare Pokemon actually. Oh, I mean, never mind, just leave me alone, I'm just passing through. Nah, he's gonna battle us either way. This guy's actually got a pretty rare Pokemon here, Lickitung. Oh, we've already seen a Lickitung, that's right. Yeah, I don't even think you can get Lickitung in this game. I know in Gen 1 in Red and Blue, and Yellow, I don't know about Yellow, but I know in Red and Blue, you can only get Lickitung through a trade. And again, I don't know that you can actually encounter any in this game whatsoever, so... Well, in any case, Barbara got to level 30 and we managed to take out that Lickitung easily enough. Alright, Barbara's finally learning Wing Attack, which is a very powerful flying type move. I'm going to go ahead and replace Bite with Wing Attack. Alright, and that's actually going to be the primary move that we use from here on out. So now that we actually have a flying type move, now I got to make this decision. Oh wait, I have to do this in battle. Right. Swap the order of the moves, that is. And after having thought about it for a little bit now, I think I am actually going to try keeping the King's Rock on for now. Just because I think the chance to flinch is better than dealing a little bit extra damage with Wing Attack. Especially given that I already get a same type attack bonus. Yeah, I think that's going to end up being the better move. Well, he mentioned Sliver. I kind of breezed by that. But yeah, apparently this guy battled Sliver and he made fun of his Pokemon. So that's kind of funny. I actually like that, you know, NPCs in this game will actually acknowledge your rival. Nobody else really does in Gen 1, that is. I actually got done, just this morning, I finished watching a Let's Play of Pokemon Red. And, yeah, watching that Let's Play just kind of reaffirms what I've always said about the game. Which I don't know if I've actually gone on this little... I'll call it a mini rant here. Oh, you know what? I should have gotten rid of Leech Life. What was I doing? Okay, it's not that big of a deal. But I definitely should have gotten rid of Leech Life over Bite. Again, not that big of a deal, though. But anyway, yeah, here's my little mini rant about Pokemon Red and Blue. And if you really, really like these games, Red and Blue, that is, just know that I don't mean any offense. I think they're fine games. Like, even to this day, I mean, they're still pretty solid. You notice I hesitated to say that. Overall, though, I will admit, my opinion of Red and Blue is that... Oh, here's a Slowbro, by the way. This is Slowpoke's evolved form. Overall, my opinion of Red and Blue isn't really that great. Or not nearly as great as other people's. I kind of think Red and Blue are glitchy pieces of shit. There's an infograph, and if I remember to, I'll post the link in this video. I probably won't remember to, though, so sorry about that in advance. But, yeah, there's an infograph out there that kind of demonstrates all of, or rather, it describes all of the glitches when it comes to moves in Red and Blue. Like, there are a lot of moves in Pokemon Red and Blue, and I think Yellow too, but Red and Blue for sure, that just don't work the way they should. For example, just a few I remember off the top of my head, there's the infamous Leech Seed and Toxic combo, where Toxic is a move that will badly poison a Pokemon. The difference being that Toxic's poison will deal more and more damage each turn. Well, Poison and Leech Seed in Red and Blue run off the same algorithm. So, if you have a Pokemon that's infected with Toxic, the Leech Seed will also deal more and more damage each turn, and they will actually play off each other and cause them to both double subsequently. So you can heal ridiculous amounts of HP and deal ridiculous amounts of damage off of Toxic and Leech Seed in those games. Oh yeah, crits don't factor in stat ups, so like, if you use Swords Dance 3 times, that'll actually deal more damage than a crit would. Speaking of crits, crits are based off speed in that game, making sweepers stupidly powerful. Let's talk about Psychic types as a whole in that game. Psychic is far and away the best type in Gen 1, especially given that Psychic's only weaknesses are Bug and Poison, or Bug and Ghost, rather. Well, guess what? Every Pokemon that learns a Bug or Ghost type move is also Poison type, and thereby weak to Psychic. With the exception of Jolteon, Jolteon can actually learn Twin Needle, but Bug is a physical move, and Jolteon specializes in special attack, so Jolteon can't even really make good use of Twin Needle there. And as a result, Psychic is stupid overpowered, even not factoring in Mewtwo, which is just stupid overpowered on its own. Alakazam, in particular, is just extremely broken in that game because it's so fast and because it deals so much damage with its Psychic-type attacks. The special stat... Oh god, the special stat... So special attack and defense were one stat in Red and Blue. They were just the special stat. So if you had a Pokemon that specialized in either special attack or defense, it was going to have, well, a lot of both of those stats. Let's see, what are other fun... Let's see, oh, one-hit KO moves like Fissure and Horn Drill, also based off of speed. That one's not as bad, though, because most Pokemon that learn those kinds of moves are really slow. Oh, Freeze. Yeah, let's talk about Freeze for a second. Ooh, we got a rare candy here. I'm actually going to use this real quick here. Freeze you can never thaw from freeze in Gen 1 unless you got hit by a fire move. So, pretty much you were just, you know, SOL if you got frozen. You were just done. Okay, yeah, I can heal Barbara a little bit with that Rage Candy bar there. Yeah, so if you got hit with a freeze move, you just couldn't act for the rest of the battle, which is pretty egregious if you ask me, but oh well. Oh, yeah, okay, I was right. See, this is why I use the rare candy on Hot Pocket, and if I wasn't in the middle of a Gen 1 rant, I would have pointed this out, but at level 31, Hot Pocket learns Flame Wheel. Finally, a better Fire-type move than Ember. And I will go ahead and replace Ember with Flame Wheel here. Perfect, okay. Where I can't help but think to myself, where was I shitting all over this game that everybody loves? So, I've always said that if you're going to play Gen 1, just play Fire Red or Leaf Green. They are far and away better versions of the game. They're based off Gen 3, so Pokemon actually have abilities. The mechanics are actually more interesting. There's additional content, and all this fun stuff, but I can't tell you how many people I've made the suggestion to, and then they or someone else will just chime in like, no, the old games are just better because the nostalgia. They won't actually say that, but that's why they think the old games are better. It's just nostalgia. But the old games are better because they were old, and so they're better. It's just like, take off your nostalgia goggles, people. Red and blue are glitchy, and don't even get me started about Missing No and corrupting your save files and all that fun stuff. Missing No is actually kind of a fun glitch, though, so I can't knock it too much, but we got TM43 there, which contains Detect, I believe? Yes, Detect. What that move does is, if you use it, you'll automatically go first, and you'll just completely evade any damage or status ailments whatsoever from your opponent's move. The thing is, if you try to use it multiple times in a row... Okay, so this guy is giving out TM10, which I believe contains... Is it Hidden Power or Secret Power? It's Hidden Power, okay. Yeah, so like I mentioned with the unknowns, Hidden Power's type and damage are dependent on your Pokemon's like inherent stats. Oh, and of course, since we entered a house, now I have to cut all these trees again. But, yeah, I'm not going to be using the Hidden Power TM. You can try it out if you want to, but, there's not really any moves I really need to replace with it anyway. But, yeah, I'll go ahead and stop shitting all over Gen 1 now. Don't worry. Like I said, if you like those games, you know, I don't mean any offense to you. And all in all, everything considered, they're still fine, fun games. My beef with them isn't even really a beef with them, but more with people who have the attitude that, like, again, the whole nostalgia goggles thing, right? Like, people who think, like, oh, Gen 1 is the only good gen of Pokemon. It's the best generation. It's like, no, it really wasn't, for multiple reasons. Yeah, gameplay mechanics of Gen 1 aside, don't even get me started about Gen 1 Pokemon design. You know what? I'm already feeling ranty, so... why not? I'll go into what I think about Gen 1 Pokemon design. I think it's, by and large, pretty awful. People... And the only reason I really criticize it as much as I do is because people will always be like, oh, new Pokemon look stupid. Old Pokemon are the best. And it's like, really? Let's take a look at some older Pokemon. Actually, you know what? There's a lot happening right now, so I should talk about this real quick. Yeah, you might notice this Gyarados spray out here, and like this guy was saying, I can actually talk to him from here. But Gyarados is angry, and it is indeed a bad omen. If you talk to this Gyarados here, you can actually encounter it. And this is what I meant when I said earlier, you can catch a Gyarados more easily, and... What? Yeah, this is actually our first instance of a shiny Pokemon. Shiny Pokemon were introduced in this game, and they have different color palettes than their counterparts. This Gyarados is kind of like the introduction to shiny Pokemon for you. This Gyarados being red. Now, I don't have any plans to use Gyarados. This is kind of like Sudowoodo for me, where like, I might try to catch it now, but for the most part, I'm not really going to bother. I'll probably just end up KOing it, but I don't know. I'll give it a chance. I'll give it a chance at catching it. Yeah, here's the other problem, though. This Gyarados will deal a lot of damage to you. Okay, I guess that was a crit, so that wasn't as bad as I thought, but... Okay, let me try... I guess I'll try Strength again. I probably won't survive this Thrash, though. Nope. You can also run away from this battle, and then that'll just trigger the next sequence anyway, but... Like I said, I think I want to at least try to catch this Gyarados. Ooh, that's actually perfect. Okay. Let me try this Ultra Ball here. Okay, but while I'm battling this Gyarados, let me go on my... Oh, jeez. Wow, I didn't expect that, but... Let me continue on my rant here real quick. Oh, it might KO itself. Yeah, it did. Okay, that's not a big deal, like I said. I'll just take the experience. I don't plan on using this Gyarados anyway. And with that, we get a red scale, which we'll have use for in a little bit. I'll probably show that off at the beginning of the next video. But now we have more story stuff. Actually, not that much more. Let me talk to this guy real quick. Yeah, this guy will appear after you finish off the red Gyarados there. Doesn't matter, again, whether you catch it, KO it, or run away from it. After that, it'll be gone, you'll get the red scale, and then you'll find this guy here. It sounds like... It's kind of like that guy in the shop was saying. Magikarp are being forced to evolve into Gyarados. Lance, huh? Where have I heard that name before? Oh, well, I mean... Thanks, I didn't really do a whole lot, but... no, I think I got better things to do. No, but... Yeah, you do actually have to say yes here. Oh, yeah, that's kind of what everyone's been saying, but... A radio broadcast from Mahogany, huh? I wonder where in Mahogany that could be coming from. Normally I'd cut off the video here, but I want to rant a little bit more, so... If you want to treat this as the end of the video and don't want to hear me shit on Gen 1 anymore, then I'll go ahead and say see you next time on Let's Play Pokemon Crystal. But for those of you who want to hear my rant, then, yeah, I guess I'll just go ahead and continue on with that. Yeah, basically, I think and here's the thing. I wouldn't rip on Gen 1's Pokemon design nearly as much if so many people weren't so insistent that the old Pokemon are designed way better than new ones. That's just not true. It's just straight up not true. Gen 1 had shit Pokemon designs left and right. Where do I even start? Let's talk about Diglett and Dugtrio, as well as Magnemite and Magneton. Like, oh, how creative. This Pokemon's evolution are 3 of the same Pokemon. Wow, that's really creative. Great job, Gen 1 design team. Even by that matter, although it does look a little bit different, we can even make the same argument against Doduo and Dodrio. Here we have Doduo, a 2-headed bird, and it evolves into Dodrio, which is a 3-headed bird. Wow. Oh god. Here's the one that really bugs me. People love to pick on Trubbish and Garbodor from Gen 5 in particular, being like, especially Trubbish, people like to be like, oh, this Pokemon is just a trash bag, that's so stupid. And, okay, let's take a look back to Gen 1 at a Pokemon that had a similar design concept. Let's look at Grimer and Muck, who are supposed to be like toxic waste, right? Kind of similar to the same trash design concept, like just a general Pokemon made of waste, right? Except Grimer and Muck, like, Grimer is literally just a pile of purple sludge with a face, and that's it. And then we have its evolved form, Muck, which is a bigger pile of purple sludge with a face. Like, what, really? Like, at least Trubbish and Garbodor are fun to look at. Like, Trubbish is cute in that it's a tied-up trash bag with little arms and eyes on it. That might not seem, I don't know. People have always just had problems with Pokemon that are based off of objects. Like, they're always like, oh, the Pokemon shaped like key. Oh, the one shaped like ice cream cone. That's so stupid. But I think it's fun. I think they're fun, cute designs. Don't worry, I'm not done shitting on Gen 1 designs just yet. Because lest we forget, and this is like one of my biggest grievances when people say Gen 1 was more creative. Gen 1 has a Seal-type Pokemon whose fucking name is Seal, with an E instead of an A. It doesn't even look different than a regular seal, except that it has a tiny horn on its head. Are you seriously? Are you kidding me? Like, how much worse design could you possibly... If Seal wasn't in Gen 1, if Seal was not in Gen 1 and came out in the latest game, people would rip into it for being terrible design. But, yeah, what can I say? People don't seem to know how to take their nostalgia goggles off, and as a result, praise design like Seal. Praise design like Diglett and Dugtrio, Magnemite, Magneton, Grimer, Muck, Doduo, Dodrio. In any case, for those of you who actually stuck around and listened, thank you for hearing out my rant about Gen 1, and, which again, I'll say this for a third time now, if you like Gen 1, know that I also like Gen 1. I think it's a fun game. I don't think it's very good compared to, like, later Pokemon games. Like, I'll say it now, Gold, Silver, and Crystal are a straight-up improvement of Red and Blue. Yellow, I'll kind of leave out of all this because it is a different experience than Red and Blue, but Gold, Silver, and Crystal are just superior versions of Red and Blue. Not that Red and Blue aren't fun, not that Red and Blue aren't good, but they aren't as good as other Pokemon games, and I think nostalgia is really the only reason you could argue otherwise. But anyway, I'm done now. Thank you for watching this episode of Pokemon Crystal. This is Xlex, and I'm signing out. Hope you have yourself a great day, and, well, hopefully you don't get too upset, on my opinion.